Hi, it's me, your favorite Victorian-inspired e-girl here, with good news. I finished my very first year of uni. So today what we're going to be doing is we're going to kind of be reflecting on that. We're going to look at my expectations, reality, and just everything. That's what we're doing today.
It's a beautiful day to feel fine.
So in case you don't know, I'm currently studying the MSc Strategic Fashion Management at UAL, London College of Fashion. It's an integrated master course, which means you're doing your bachelor and your master in 4 years combined, and it's basically just a fast track through all of that. The course is pretty business focused so far, with a very deep specialization on fashion. So let's get into that. So I've kind of reflected on my own experience, but I also asked some of my friends what they thought I should add to the list, and then I picked out what I agreed with and put it on the list. We're not skipping over anything, we're not doing half work, we're doing it good, okay? These are not going to be in any specific order, I just have them written down like a stream of consciousness, and we're just going to go over it. First of all, and perhaps the biggest thing, is that I like this tempo more than I liked high school. In high school, I always felt like I was playing catch up, and even though I was studying a lot, I always felt like it was a constant marathon, and I don't really feel the same like stress so far with university. Professors really aren't there anymore to babysit you. As long as you put your work in the end, they'll be happy. So overall, there's just more freedom to go at your own pace and find out what you like in studying, as long as you get the job done. Victorian e-girl says stay hydrated. And then the second thing is that the relationships with the professors are way more casual, way more personal. I've had my accounting teacher literally DM me asking me how I was regarding the COVID situation, and I've never had any of my high school professors do anything similar to that. Of course, they're still professors, so there's still like boundaries, but overall it's just more chill. They're there to do their job, you're there to learn. You're not forced into subjects anymore, so they expect you to care. You automatically do care because it's things you like. So for the subjects I've had so far, it was Introduction to Fashion Management, Marketing Management, Economy and Management, Better Lives, Finance and Accounting, and Product Management. And while the first year was pretty standard, kind of to act as a tutorial, I thought it was pretty interesting. I'm excited to learn more. It's exactly what I thought it would be as well. Very good, there's no surprises there. Very happy with that. So the course works with lectures, seminars, and workshops. And so far, I still can't focus during seminars. What's new? I mean, I couldn't really focus during class in high school either, so it's not surprising to say that hasn't changed much. I know, I just can't focus on someone speaking for that long. It like mentally drains me to do that. However, I still go over the slides in my own private time just to make sure I got all the content. However, I really enjoyed the seminars and the workshops. They were way more involved, kind of just like a big group discussion, pretty informal, no pressure about saying anything that's, you know, right or wrong, because there really isn't much right or wrong. And overall, I felt those were the most helpful in my education so far because they offered the most like practical learning. Next up, making friends isn't actually that hard. You're in a course with extremely like-minded people. You already have a common interest with everyone in the class, so it's way easier to just make friends. However, that doesn't mean you'll get it right in one go. I was in a completely different friend group for the first like 2 weeks, and then I completely switched over. You gotta do what you gotta do. Next up, teachers actually care. There were so many opportunities to hand in feedback, and it was always taken very seriously. At the very least, it was listened to. At the most, it was integrated and worked into the course. That was actually a very pleasant surprise, especially for the last semester, which was online because of the whole COVID situation. There were lots of moments where they asked for feedback about online delivery and online teaching, and it was all taken very seriously. Really makes it feel like your voice matters. Now let's talk about a personal point to me. If I look back at my work in the beginning of the year, I can definitely tell my work has grown. There's still lots to grow, obviously, but I think it's very comforting to already see that I'm starting to get there, which I'm very glad with. It means you're not just a static person. Also the triple whammy of moving out of your country, going to uni, living on your own for the first time was not as bad as I thought it would be. Like almost all of my class is international, so they're going through the same thing. I'm not special in that regard. Basically, what I'm trying to say is everyone's starting a new chapter, so you're not alone in that struggle. All your old friends are also going to new unis and moving out and trying to make new friends. That's the way life goes. Real friends will stick around. Random side note to throw in, student discounts in London are chef's kiss. Really enjoy them. Invention of the century, if I do say so myself. I mean, I go to Itsu like every week. It's because of that dope student discount. Going back to the course, we're just hopping all over the place right now. And that is that the course is pretty grounded in current events and reality. For example, now with the whole COVID situation, we get sent articles analyzing what this will do for the fashion industry, which is very good because it means you can already apply a lot of things to your everyday life. And it's not just academic knowledge, it's actual practical knowledge which you will use and you can use. Also, there's a huge focus on sustainability, which I think is super interesting. And then finally, probably the most important point, and that is that I felt very well prepared by my Dutch high school education going into the UK uni system. Now, however, not all my Dutch friends feel the same. If you're Dutch and you want to know what I did Vivio, A&M, C&M, and this is the list of my courses. But overall, I felt that I was especially well prepared in economics and accounting, mainly because the teachers I had for those courses were incredibly passionate about their subjects and instilled the same passion into me. And also, if you did Vivio in the Netherlands, you have to do a final thesis, which basically gives you a tiny taste of academic writing, just so that things like citing sources, etc. is not completely unfamiliar to you. Obviously, it's on a different level if you actually go to uni. If you're off going to uni next year, I wish you all the best of luck. The thing is, most people hype these things up to be super difficult, but the reality is that millions of people do every year, so like, how difficult can it be? Anyways, so I'm just gonna end this video here. I hope you enjoyed. If you did, don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, do all of those YouTube things because it would really help me out, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye!